Round two. Again. Round two, Paul. That's all we can say. That's all we can say.
Round two, Paul. Elliot, he's going to be doing my session. Okay, so this is exactly what he's programmed to do. But he's still going to make gains regardless. We got to grow. We got to grow. Start with rear delts as always. We got stiff legs. I'm going to do that. He's not going to do that though.
I fractured my foot about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, man fractured his foot, so
hyperextension it is, but we're still gonna go regardless.
Still gonna go.
We're gonna go regardless.
For the mass, episode 2.
For the mass. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. No games.
Push it. Push it. You push. Get up. Get up. Push it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Out. One more. Let's go. Push it. It's all you. Push it. Come on, Mark. Come on. One more. Let's go. I want to grind it. Come on, let's go. Come on, push harder. Let's go. Come on. Out. And again. All the way. Finish it. Finish. You're right, bro.
I understand, yeah, that luckily we're training at 12 o'clock because it's probably about 31 degrees right now. And it's going to get up to about 36 today, so we're already sweating and we've just done rear delts.
I'm sweating in places I've never, like, bro.
And you don't want to know where that is.
You don't want to know where that is, boy. You don't want to smell it either. So, rear delts are done. Now we're going to move on to underhand pull down. Why are we doing this? It's a lot harder to get the lat pretty short in the latter part of your session. So you want to get your pull downs. You want to get your pull downs done in the beginning of your sessions. That's what we're doing.
That short.
2 sets here. I think I'm gonna go for about 3.5 plates for a top set. See what I can do. Let's go. Form does not change. Execution does not change when it comes to these exercises. Execution. 2 plates in 10. Just touch it for 1. Just to feel the weight. Because I want you to do 2 plates in 15 for a top set. So touch this for 1. See how it feels. Done.
Just feel the weight
and get shit done. My first warm-up set is like 10 to 12, and then from there it will drop down to like 5. Next one, 3, maybe even 1 rep. This one I'm already going for 1 rep.
3 plates. Pull it in. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. 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 Delicioso.
Light work.
Light work.
Light work, baby.
Top set. Let's go.
So usually what I recommend people do is a 3-second negative, because most people don't know how to find a muscle. Most people aren't used to the target muscle, so I always recommend a 3-second eccentric. But we're veterans, we know how to use the muscle.
I'm not there yet.
So we
soon come.
So we don't really need to focus too much on having 3 seconds on the way down. For me on my back off, I'm really going to do a 2-second eccentric, but I know how to target my lats from the length into the really short range. Just takes practice.
As soon as you know where the muscle is, you can get full tension on the whole exercise, then you can move on to that.
Yeah.
If not, then there's no point in doing it. You wanna, the most important thing is tension the whole time. As soon as you've got that, then you can move on to the 2-second eccentrics. Because we want to load.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get more weight if we do the 2-second eccentric.
Exactly.
And that's where we're gonna go.
Let's go. Back off. 3-bar rows now. Final lats exercise before we move on to deadlifts. I'm gonna do stiff leg deadlifts. Elliot's gonna do hyper extensions. The man them are here. Rah! Big guys. Tonk, bruv, look. Tonk. Cheese. Get ready now. One. This one. Two. Yes. 2, 3. Yes. 4. Again. Again. One more with me. Yes. 2. Yeah, that's it. Come on. 2, that's fucking easy. Come on. 1, 3, let's go. Come on. 4, come on. There. 5. 2 more at least. Let's go. 6, come on. Get that chest down. Come on, pull it. Come on. One more. Look at this sweat.
See the sweat, bro.
That's work.
This is hard work.
You're beating me. 3 out of 10, bro. Listen to the man.
He's not playing.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, easy. Come on. All the reps. Come on. 3, 4. Come on. Double it. Come on. Double it. Easy, man. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Here we go. Come on, with me. Let's go. Pull it. One more. Come on. Be hard. Let's go. No games. Yeah. 1. Nice. Yeah. 5. 6. Yes. Yes. Again. That's it. And again. 2 more. Let's go. Take it. 1 with me. Finish it. Squeeze. That's how we do it.
Finished. Chest is looking big, bro.
You know. Now we are on to pinning from the floor. We're going to do stiff leg deadlifts today. Now this might very well be the best deadlift variation you can do to build a thicker, denser back, okay? I'm not too sure. I've seen JP, he's been doing this recently, he's been doing this for a while. Taking out my conventional deadlift, and the only pulls from the floor I'm doing are RDLs and stiff leg deadlifts, so I'm going to try this for 2 sets. 225 plates for a top set. Haven't really gone heavier than 3.5 plates. This is probably the second time that I've attempted stiff leg deadlifts. But we're feeling strong, we're gonna get it. So let's get it. Yes. Bro, I got 2 reps, but that felt insane. Hamstrings, back, fuck. Bro, I just did my top set. I did that. Stiff leg. What do you think I got? 4. I got 2.
That's still good. I was doing optimistic.
Never done it.
220.
Never touched that weight. Bro, it is hard. Bro, my hamstrings.
Let's get it, man.
Bro, are you ready?
I need to move.
Are you gonna do it, yeah?
I'm
gonna
gonna
try it.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Take your time. I was gonna try stiff legs.
First time ever doing them.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Just keep the legs stiff, bro. So it's so much harder than a normal conventional. There's no quad drive, nothing. 2. the back, steady. Good. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yeah, 100%. Smashed it. Come on, let's go. Easy, let's go, come on. Let's go, come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Move hard, come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go, more there, come on. Let's go, come on. Yeah, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. There it is, come on. One more, come on. Run it. Up. Come on, let's go, come on. Single now. Here we go. Up there. Come on. All the way. Let's go. Lock it. Hold. Have a rest. That's a 5.
Bro, I didn't even know. I think that was 6, you know.
You know what? Oh my god. Like, I've never felt like that doing conventional.
Hamstrings.
Whenever I do conventional, I just feel fucked. This, the first rep, from when you create tension from the floor to pulling, hamstrings, glutes, everything's just working together. Fucked.
That whole posterior chain, it's working.
We're gonna get strong at this.
That was a crazy set, bro. Crazy set.
Okay, genetics. First of all, hope you're enjoying the video so far. I think too many people are quick to decide whether they have good genetics or they have bad genetics. You know, you have to give it a solid run. Okay, so for me, a solid run, I'd say 2 to 4 years of essentially these 3 things. Okay, so number 1, training hard and consistently. Okay, I'm not talking about, you know, training for a couple of weeks and then slacking off, you know, then coming back to the gym again, you know, missing sessions, you know, not training to complete failure, not training anywhere near close to failure. Execution as well. Are you performing exercises properly? You know, if you're not doing these things, then, you know, you'll never know your potential. You'll always think that you have bad genetics just from not even being capable of training hard consistently and doing these things. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, apply the concepts of a roughly, you know, diligent approach to progressive overload. So are you adding more weight to the bar every week? Are you adding more reps? You know, are you doing enough sets to promote hypertrophy, to promote muscle growth? Okay, these are the things you have to be doing for at least 4 years before you decide whether you have good genetics or not. Okay, number 3, try to gain weight. Okay, and a lot of people don't even do this. They don't do this properly. Everyone says that, you know, they're eating enough food, they eat a lot, but they're not really gaining a lot of weight. So a lot of guys, you know, they start around 65 kilos, and in a year they've gained like 1 to 2 kilos, you know, and they're stressed out about why they're not gaining any weight. So I ask them, you know, what were you eating? How many calories are you on? They don't know how many calories are on. You know, they say they eat protein, they say they track their macros, they say they have this special mass gainer shake. You know, it's just not enough. Okay, a lot of people genetically have a low appetite and just don't eat enough to gain an appreciable amount of weight anyway. So number 3, you want to be trying to gain weight. That's something you must be doing. Okay, so these 3 things, do this for 2 to 4 years. Okay, but overall, the amount of muscle that you've gained in this period pretty much reflects how good your genetics are. Okay, you'll just know. Okay, so if it's a ton of muscle, then, you know, you have great genetics. That's great, keep on going. You know, if it's a moderate amount of muscle, then you're doing really well for yourself. You know, you're calm. If it's a tiny or insignificant amount of muscle after like 4 years, like if someone comes to me after 4 years and say they've done all of these 3 things to a T, like they've trained hard consistently, they haven't missed a session, they haven't missed a meal, their execution is on point, they're progressively overloading, they're getting enough sleep, they're not stressed out. If they're doing all of these things to a T, they've done this for 4 years and they've gained like 3 to 5 kilos, then, you know, life is beautiful. Like there's no need to like get stressed out about these things. Like there are other things to do. Like you do not have to be a pro bodybuilder. You don't have to try and be a pro bodybuilder. You don't have to try and take everything to this extreme level just to prove to yourself that you can do it. Like it is completely fine to just work out and build a great physique in the gym. anyone can build a great physique, okay? As long as you're doing these 3 things, you can build a pretty good physique, okay? And never underestimate your ability to work hard in the gym, okay? You can control that. You can't control how your muscles are shaped. You can't control, you know, your insertions, your muscle bellies and everything like that, but you can control your work ethic in the gym, in and outside of the gym, how hard you work and everything like that, okay? To reach your potential. Just focus on that. Don't focus on anyone else. Just focus on yourself, okay? That's it for the video. If you did like the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.